Did you hear that the IRS had delayed filing taxes until February the 12th? But good news, if you have not received your stimulus check, there is a possibility that you might could get your stimulus check with your tax refund. So I'm going to give 5 tips on how to maximize your refund check. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Tasha from the Major Change Group, where we believe small changes can create big results. And if this is your first time on the channel, welcome. We talk about credit, budgeting, and student loans. Wow, I cannot believe that they have delayed filing taxes until February the 12th. Now, are you the type of person that normally files your taxes right on January 31st? Or do you like to wait kind of before April the 15th? I'm more so of like a middle of the ground kind of person. You know, usually sometime in February, that's when I'll file my taxes. But question of the day, do you prefer to get a large refund check or your money throughout the year? Now, I prefer to get my money throughout the year. That way, I'll have more money through the month because I normally don't get a large refund check. But hey, if you got a kid that I can claim, hey, that'll be great. Now today, I'm going to be referencing an article that was sent to me, so you can jump down in the description and read the full article for yourself. But yes, they have delayed, but the good thing is, and the surprising thing in the article that I was reading was that now we know some people still have not even received their first check from last year, and then they just sent the $600  2 weeks ago, but it was saying if you did not receive your stimulus check either the first or the second time, it is a huge possibility that you might get your stimulus check with your refund check. Now, if by chance you got more than you were supposed to, the article says that you don't have to worry about that. The IRS can only give you more money. They can't take money away. So really, this is a win-win scenario. Now, the big question that a lot of people are wanting to know is, if you receive the stimulus check, will you have to owe more in taxes? Now, the article states no. You will not owe more in taxes if you receive a stimulus check because it's not income that you're receiving in. So that is a good thing. Don't have to worry about that. Now that we know that you cannot file your taxes until February 12th, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to prepare to receive your tax refund or any money for that sake. Question of the day, when you receive money outside of your income, let's say your stimulus check, a bonus, just extra income coming in, how do you prepare for that? And in this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways. So let's get into number 1. Say it with me, budget. Now, if you've been watching my content for any time now, you know I'm always going to say budget. We want to know how much money we have coming in compared to how much money we have going out. And we also want to think, okay, do we have any outstanding bills, any outstanding expenses that we need to settle? This is a good time to make sure that we have all of our 4 walls covered. Our housing, our food, utilities, and a car. If you have a car, we want to make sure that our 4 walls are covered. So if that means that you have to pay up your rent, let's say if you have irregular money coming in and then you know that you're going to get a big refund check, this could be a time where you could pay up for a little bit, and then that way, you don't have to worry about, okay, when am I going to be able to pay my rent the next time? So that's why it's always good, especially during the times where you're going to get those lump sums of money, try to make a plan for it. Number 2, after you have made your budget, consider saving for a rainy day. Now, if 2020 didn't teach us anything, having some money set aside is definitely going to help us in those times of need. So if you want to start off saving $1,000, let's say you're following the Dave Ramsey plan and he says to set aside $1,000, but if you're doing pretty good for yourself, maybe you can consider saving 3 to 6 months of your expenses. Now, you guys know I say small changes can create big results. So start where you can. If you have to start with $500, start with $500, but it's always good to, start putting money aside just in case those rainy days. Number 3, do a debt snowball. Get rid of debt. Now, this is definitely a good time when you have the extra money coming in to get those debts paid off. You could do the debt snowball or the debt avalanche. Now, a debt snowball, taking your smallest debt to your largest debt, and then a debt avalanche is taking your largest interest rate to your smallest interest rate. So you do what's best for you, but usually during the debt snowball, it gives you that push that you need, because if you pay something off, then you get kind of excited and then you want to get everything paid off. So definitely consider paying your debt off. Now, in my last video, I was telling you guys that I'm hoping that Joe Biden was going to extend the no student loan or interest until maybe April or September. Now, I said September, and you guys, guess what? Yes, he extended it until September. Now, I was watching one of the Dave Ramsey shows, and somebody had called in and said, okay, well, if I have student loan debt, I think they had maybe $10,000 in student loan debt. Should I go ahead and pay my student loan debt off, since there's been kind of talks about possibly paying off $10,000? And Dave and Anthony O'Neill was on this episode. So you already know what Dave said. Dave said, you know, sometimes when you're waiting around for the government, you can be waiting forever. So it's no need to, you know, wait. You might as well go ahead and pay it off. But Anthony said, okay, what if you just paid off the monthly payments and then saved it? What would you say? But he said, I already know what you're going to say, Dave. And Dave said, nope, you might as well go ahead and pay it off, because you know how you just nibble off of it. You know, you have good intentions, but you'll go ahead and nibble off of it. Now, I don't know if I agree all the way, because especially if you have been on a Dave Ramsey plan, I feel like it creates more of a discipline. And if you want to actually make the regular payments and then save the money, I think you're probably disciplined at this time to where you could just save it, and then let's say maybe in 6 months to a year, if the government doesn't pay it off, then you can just pay a lump sum and pay it down. But you know, really think about what's good for you. Now, last year, that's how I paid off over $5,000 in credit card debt. So basically what I did first, I did my budget and I see, okay, what extra money did I have left over? So I made my minimum payments, and then plus I had like an extra $500 that I could put down on the debt. And then every month I would put the $500 on the debt, but then I was still saving. And then once it came to a certain point, then I just paid the debt off, and then I just did it that way. So you have to do what's good for you, and that's what I say. Number 4, invest in yourself. You know, we have more time on our hands, and so this is a good time to learn a new skill, a new trade, something to where you can add value to your life, add more income. So, you know, get the book, take the class, do whatever it is that you need to do to invest in yourself. That way you can bring more value. Number 5, invest in the stock market. Now, let's say that you have a budget set, you have paid off your debt, you have you some money saved, you're invested in yourself. I think it's a good chance that you can invest in the stock market. You know, you can always look up Boyce Watkins and the Hood Estates. You know, find the tools that you need that can help you to learn more about the stock market. That's kind of where I'm at now. I did increase at the end of the year. I did increase my 401k. And last year, one of my goals was to invest in the stock market, and I kind of waited around on that one. But this year, I definitely want to learn more about the stock market, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, the main idea of this, you know, 5 tips on how to maximize your tax refund is all about a plan. Yes, a plan. On this channel, we're always trying to create plans that could benefit us, because, you know, sometimes when you get that money in, if you don't have a plan for it, you'll just nibble off of it, and then you look and you're like, dang, what happened to it? I done spent all the money. So that's why we want to have a plan set in place. But I'm sure you might be able to come up with some other ideas on how you can maximize it. So this is just a start. But I definitely hope that this has been helpful to you. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified when new content comes out. And until next time.
It's not a game.